Morning. What time is it, Ash?
Probably like just before 8.
We've been here since 7. Ash's garden, the money box, and the donuts.
My paycheck's all in here.
So here we are. We made it. Weather cooperated so far, so we're happy.
I have 3 layers on and it's still not warm.
Oh, it is cold, yeah. And my feet are soaking wet. And you will say, not a good choice, Sue, but this was my choice. Ashley has her Coach wellies on, so she's dry. There's the school. I love that school. Here's the crew. Alan, back. Pete. Dave. Hi guys, it's been one of those non-stop days. We up at 6 and at the field by 7. The field was absolutely saturated from the rain the other day and the dew and everything. The dew. D-E-W. Dew? We got through the majority of the teams, and then around 11 o'clock it started to rain. And as you know from my pictures and stuff, we put a tent up. So everyone kind of came under the tent. Pete ran and got umbrellas for everybody. So he had umbrellas over all the equipment, all over the, because we had four photography stations set up. Because at that point it was a light drizzle, and then it started to get heavier and heavier. Ash worked with me until about 10, and then she had to go because she wanted to go get something to eat, and then she had to leave for her other job, her proper job, her paying job. Oh, we pay her too. So everybody was kind of sitting under the tent. They were still showing up for the next scheduled team pictures, and Pete said, we just have to hold off for a little bit and see what happens and how the rain comes, because everyone was looking on their cell phones, and they said that we were going to get, there was a really nasty weather cell coming in, and we were going to get really, really poured on. And it did. It came down for a while, and then it started to slow up, so Pete said, yes, we can go ahead. So we were able to get the next 5 teams done, so that was good. Then one of the cheerleader teams, half of them didn't hear that we had to cancel last week due to what happened, and then they did not get they got the notice about it cancelling last week, but not the notice for the reschedule this week. So after explaining, of course, they understood. And we spoke to one of the coaches and said we would meet them, I think Pete said during the week at some point, or next Sunday at their game. So that's that. And then Pete and we got home around 2, had a quick sandwich, and then at 3 we went up to the hospital, where we were greeted with some better news, even though we take all the news right now with a pinch of salt, because every time we're told something good, the neurologist reminds you to be careful and don't hope and think about this and I don't know about that and don't read too much into this. So it's very upsetting because you get a lot of mixed messages and emotions are very high. Anyway, we have to put on these yellow gown things over our clothes now when we go in because of infection. He got a little infection and stuff. So we were in there, and then Pete and I were in there about an hour, and he was sedated again. They said he'd been moving around quite a bit today and opened his eyes and actually followed sounds of the doctors' and nurses' voices. So that was our ray of sunshine. But when we got there, he was out. But it was like stretching and stuff. So, I don't know. I'm afraid, when you say, oh, they go, no. It's very frustrating. I know it's only been a week. But it's going to be a long road, we've been told, so. On your mind plays tricks on you, doesn't it? Like you want to hope, and then somebody someone has to be the realist, i.e. the doctor. Anyway, so we're hoping for the best. Hoping for the best, hoping for the best, hoping for the best. So the nurse then come in, and because his dad had been moving around a bit, he had slid, because they have him kind of propped up, he had slid down the bed some, so they had to move him. So they wanted us to go out in the hallway while a couple of them, moved him and got him all set up again. So at that point I said to Pete, no, I'll go sit in the waiting room, because he wanted to talk to the nurse a bit more. So I said, I will, let you have him some space. And he's like, no, only if you want to. It's like everyone's walking on eggshells. So I went and sat in the waiting room, and his mum was in there. And apparently when we first went in, the nurse said, oh, did you see your sister and your mother? He's like, no. And she goes, they literally just walked out. I'm surprised you didn't bump into them. But you have to go into the waiting room and then call in, and they tell you if you can go in or not. So I went and sat in the waiting room, and we must have just missed them. As I went in there, they must have come out and gone down the hallway. So I chatted with his mum for a while, and then actually we chatted with her for a long while. So we got home around 5:30, and then Pete decided to keep himself busy, because he's a little upset tonight, and I think he's kind of running on empty a bit. So the league is playing tonight. We thought it was going to be rained out, but of course the rain stopped after we finished the last few pitches, of course, the last few teams. I think it was about 250 kids today. So we're happy that that's pretty much done, except this one cheerleading team. And Pete's gone over there to go and shoot some more action shots. So it's 5 to 7. He's been gone now for about an hour and a half, an hour and 20 minutes. Ash came home from work. She and I just had some mozzarella sticks and french fries. That is my dinner. I don't care. I'm not justifying it. No vegetables, no nothing. Mozzarella and french fries. Mozzarella sticks and french fries. Not a lot, but just enough. And so Ash has now gone out, and Pete's out, and it's me and my puppies. One sleepy dog, 2 sleepy dogs. And look at my bag. My bag is full. I took these for Ash with me today, but of course she didn't have any. This bag right now weighs a ton. The nurse picked it up because it was on the chair. Because every time you go back in the room, you have to wash your hands and then put these robe things. What are they? I forgot what I just called it before, but anyway, you have to put those back on. I said, just pass me my bag, and that's when I decided to go to the waiting room, and because we knew we had to leave soon, because Pete had in his mind that he was going. I didn't think he was going back out tonight, but I need him to rest. But tomorrow is a holiday over here. It's Columbus Day. Happy Columbus Day. So there's a parade that we usually go to every year. My niece usually marches in it with her taekwondo group. I don't know if she is this year or not, but Ash has been going to this parade since she was a year old. She's now 19. So I think for some normalcy, if it's nice and not pouring, we're going to go. So we have to be there at 9. Yeah, so we're going to go there for a little while. We were going to go in the city tomorrow. This was before all this, but of course that's not going to happen. We'll probably go back up the hospital in the afternoon and see how everybody is doing, and then call it a day. Katie's mum was in touch. I think I'm going to have her Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. She's not very well, so I hope she gets better. She's been getting some really wicked migraines, and migraine sufferers know how those feel. They are not fun at all. So we'll see what happens. But for now, I was going to do some more laundry tonight, but I think I'll leave it because it's 7. Oh, I think I have stuff in the dryer. I need to hire myself somebody. I think I've asked this before. Can a nobody like myself have an assistant? Just to keep my brain in check and in order. Because now I have more work to input. We've got a lot of work to do this week, guys. I think we're all just mentally, physically, emotionally. I'll call it a night. Very tired. I'm going to watch TV. There's a lot of things on tonight, so my DVR is going to be working overtime. Long Island Medium, I am so interested in. I love that woman. I think I want to go on her wait list, but it's 2 years from now. Maybe my dad will come through and give me some closure. I don't know, I don't have anything else. What have you guys been up to? Anything exciting? Share. We want to hear all good things, all fun things. Yep, that's it. Just had to think for a second. So, hope you had a lovely weekend, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.